Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero Strike, Defender of the Fatherland, off here an exciting 1 versus 1 on Crossroads. The setting is 1944. The borders of Germany under assault by the vicious British. Fighting here for the 11th Armoured Division under Rzuna, here with Royal Artillery, Royal Engineer and Commander Regiment, Double Infantry Firefly versus in the south, TwistedTootsy himself, fighting for the Oberkommand West of Germany, Deutschland with Sturm Pioneers, Kuhwagen and Volksgrenadiere. We got Overwatch, Spec Ops and Luftwaffe Ground Force here with double Kuhwagen bulletins for increased speed. Pretty much just getting as much juice out of those Kuhwagen as possible. Racing ahead for the fatherland. In the west here we got triple sections up for Rzuna, sitting out there to grab as much territory as he can for king and country. Showing those Huns what for when they actually arrive. TwistedTootsy above fighting for the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division. Points there being secured, and here as well, going straight for the fuel, very good. 3rd section almost done there for Rzuna. TwistedTootsy's Kuhwagen just continues to zip away there. Sturm Pioneers trying to occupy the house here, going to try and scout for any Brits nearby in case Rzuna decides to push for that one, though he does not, very interestingly enough. Kuhwagen ultimately up. I mean, he actually is leaving the fuel point something else. In fact, it looks like TwistedTootsy going to go for the car point using the Sturm Pioneers to back up the Kugelwagen. An aggressive combo here by TwistedTootsy. And the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division, there goes section under fire. Here we got the Sturm Pioneers opening up. Doing quite a bit of damage here to the unfortunate section, which is quickly forced off here. He's going to have to draw forces in here from the western side to counterattack here to push TwistedTootsy off the carve point. An aggressive and bold maneuver. Of course, the Kuhwagen can be prepared by the Sturm Pioneers. They've got in the open, need to pull into cover so they can actually get the fighting bonus and shoot those damn Huns to bits. There he goes, as soon as he's cut it off, he just falls back, realising that this range, TwistedTootsy's forces are not going to do well, and they can't easily get close either, so rather than fight engagement, which is quite frankly pointless for Tootsy, he just falls back, having done what he actually wanted to do, which is kill some Tommies. In that section, in that case, we do some damage and cut off the resources. Also, further forcing Rzuna to defend around the carve point, forcing him to be more defensive. That's essentially achieving several goals there in one go. A very strong move there by TwistedTootsy, strategically and tactically. TwistedTootsy just going for more foot because now we got the 6 moving up here, trying to get as close as possible without exposing themselves to too much of German fire there. 6 moving up here, and TwistedTootsy loses Kuhwagen there. Should perhaps pull it back a bit faster here, leaving now the section exposed. So technically, the flaming wreck of the Kuhwagen covers the right flank for a brief moment in time, but there you go. Rzuna is going in hard, then TwistedTootsy's Sturm Pioneers are forced away, relieving him also essentially of a good pressure point here against Rzuna. Leaving now the rest of his front line much more exposed. We got Rzuna here by having rushed out for sniper. He's going to bleed out some Jerrys. Big time, most likely. Bones being seized here and there, and TwistedTootsy of course strikes in the west, realising that Rzuna is heading east. He heads west. A good response there by TwistedTootsy, relying a lot on just, trying to anticipate his movements, opponent's movements as much as possible, and then strike elsewhere. Basically not trying to fight an engagement unless he actually has local superiority, and if he doesn't, he just doesn't bother with it, which tends to be sort of the best way to sort of play it as an aggressor. Don't fight a fight unless you can sort of seriously win it, in which case you don't bother, you just move elsewhere. And particularly as a slow faction as the British, this can be reasonably effective, especially if they don't have any of the vehicles or machine guns, at least hold up some of the more important points. So got a section with the sniper moving up to clear out some Jerrys in the west here in the cemetery. Alright, Tom, we're going to put those Jerrys 3 feet from under. How about 5 foot? Shut up. Just kill them. Attack there being done for TwistedTootsy. Could be battle group headquarters, could be mechanized regiment. Both are viable options here for TwistedTootsy, depending on things. Samples on the way there for Rzuna to help him just grab territory to assail the Germans, and of course mines and other fun things. Sniper fire there, dropping the Germans one after one. First Ludwig, then Heinz. In east here, the fighting for the fuel point happening there. TwistedTootsy's Volksgrenadiers are fighting a desperate fight, but they're ultimately outgunned, and he's not moving in the Sturm Pioneers here to flank up from him and actually help there. I think that's a bit of a thing that can be improved upon. Getting back the fuel point in the west. Back here, nothing further going on there for Rzuna. Cyprus here versus the Volksgrenadiers, Sten guns versus K9 TKs. And the south Sturm Pioneers moving up, but there's 2 sections about there, and now no Volksgrenadiers to support them and draw on fire. The Sturm Pioneers in a much weaker position, and TwistedTootsy will have to fall back. In the centre, Cyprus there, putting some fear of old blight into the Hun with support of a sniper here. 3 kills so far. So Rzuna is now having a pretty good sort of development here. TwistedTootsy's losing a lot of ground, but that tends to be how it goes to the upper combat. You usually have a great explosive start, and then as soon as the opponent begins countering, you lose ground. At that point, you're usually sort of trying to then build on the initial advantage you got to then further make a fresh push. So we'll see here what TwistedTootsy does. No machine guns, that would be helpful. There's all the British infantry. Then again, with a sniper about, he might just bit off rushing out for looks. Then again, it is the Brits, so Puma might be a better choice than to deal with a most likely AEC Mark III to hit. Though, yeah, we got requesting on way for it. Volkswagen got the incendiary grenade off, pushing back the section. Got the sniper moving in there. The Heckenschütze with his anti-tank rifle. Which again, I'm pretty sure the British did not use as a sniper rifle. I know some of the Russians did, and they used it primarily to clear out bunkers, though. That's a fun fact there. Assault rifles up there for TwistedTootsy's troops, increasing their firepower notably. But so far, there's Rzuna with a rather aggressive map control against TwistedTootsy's also got most of the victory points. And there we go, we got the AC Mark III on the way there for the 11th Armoured Division. AC Mark III slowly approaching, sniper hanging back here, 5 kills, and that's going to be a 6th one. There we go. Jürgen dead. My God, so Sparsis, take out Jürgen. Now who's going to cook for us? Surely not France, because his coffee sucks in the first place. AC Mark III, they're slowly being done. In the west, we got the section moving up here. Back at base, mechanized regiment up, so yeah, there's an AC on the way, and that's going to be up before the look, so in that regard, that's going to force TwistedTootsy's hand into going for the Puma. Meaning, for most intents and purposes, Rzuna's infantry is going to be reasonably well off. And I imagine that's probably why I went for the AC Mark III first. I mean, sure, getting the looks down would be nice, but at the same time, and just keep his infantry safe before that, it could allow him to play more aggressive with it, maybe do some other things with it. So there are some consideration. Though, of course, on the other hand, baiting out a looks and then destroying it certainly has its strengths as well. Because at that stage he then destroys it, and then TwistedTootsy has nothing. So, but at the same time he could risk his infantry before that. So, I mean, there's an argument for both things there. There's an argument for both things. Vickers out here for Rzuna, increasing anti-Jerry firepower, and there you go, Puma on the way. Probably hurt the AC Mark III, just decided my opponent's going to go for one anyways. I'm up against the British. By the way, it is on the way, and that's going to be a bit harder here for the AC Mark III to deal with. Of course, it does mean pressure on Rzuna's infantry is going to be less. The Puma is not exactly bad against it, it's just not as great as the looks. It's not on fire there. German infantry holding up, but the sandbags just are not enough at this level of British devastation. Corpses are piling up behind the sandbags as the bulwark crumbles. In the west here, we got a push for the fuel point there. Machine gun leading in very aggressively again. TwistedTootsy got a pretty good read in Rzuna and his movements, and realizing again once more in the west he's got nothing, so he strikes hard in the west. Very good. East side those open, and we got the Puma out here, the 234-2, supported here by Sturm Pioneer Squad. No upgrades for them. Puts on the fire, laying down in the sandbags. Puma going in here, of course, revealing to us. Rzuna, there's a Puma on the way, but that pretty much forces the AC to fall back. So it has no easy way of dealing with unless you can bait it into a mine or into closer quarters. And we got grenades out here for Rzuna, the Mills bomb. Not the only grenade the Brits had, they also had a light percussive grenade, simply I believe due to the fact the Mills bomb was actually too good in some ways. Like, it had a really, really highly effective radius, which actually meant if you weren't careful with it, you could get hurt by it. So they actually made a lighter percussive grenade, sort of help offset that a bit, I believe. Booming in here, flanking up behind. Getting up behind the Vickers, engaging aggressively with cracked machine gun and main gun, tearing into those Tommy bastards. AC they're moving in. In the west there, securing the cemetery, got a cannon on the way to back up the Puma against the AC. Full swing suppressed the machine gun, there you go. Puma going in there aggressively, takes a hit from the AC. And is close to half health. Misses the AC constantly. A bit of tricky movement there for TwistedTootsy, and there you go. Lands a good hit on it. Rzuna here takes the bait, which he probably shouldn't be doing, to be honest, versus the Puma. And there you go, falls back. Anti-tank guns on the way there for Rzuna. No doctrine for either player. And we got the sniper waiting here. Gets a hit and gains veterans. One could try a critical shot here. And there you go, he goes for it, he goes for it. And there we go, damaged engine. He shouldn't go in with the AC there though for it still. That's going to put TwistedTootsy's Puma out of commission for a while. More sappers out here for Rzuna. Still no sign of Doctor. Made a grenade off here and gets a nice kill there. Otto blown to bits. Wilhelm tries for a bit of vengeance but realizes he does not have any explosive grenades, unfortunately. So there you go, Sabbath's going to quickly fix up that AC, very good. Back here, no repair pioneers up for TwistedTootsy. Steering pioneer is also in a poor condition, so his Puma repairs are going to be somewhat delayed compared to Rzuna's. Volkswagen's retreating, back here grabbing a point. In the south we got the section with the Volkswagen. Neither Sun have yet to commit to a doctrine yet though. Go grenade off an advancing Volkswagen, get some good damage and we'll probably have to retreat, but nice throw there by Rzuna. Section moving westwards, now we're backing up here with 10 kills and we got take up here for Rzuna, AC ready as well. Though Rzuna is beginning to struggle a bit more map control, TwistedTootsy is on the rise again here, striking back viciously for the fatherland. Again trying to base just outmaneuver Rzuna and again make it hard for him to maintain map control. This is to a large extent I think working out nicely there for TwistedTootsy, and of course overall just strategically it's always worth it just to focus on your opponent's fuel around the center victory point. As you might notice, he's not very focused around there again, he's sort of very much more focused around the fuel points because ultimately fuel is more important, so really well played there by TwistedTootsy. And definitely again something worth keeping in mind. We'll have to see if Rzuna's going to try and play for a comet like last time. He does seem to be very fond of it. Nothing wrong in that, but you should probably go for doctrine that can support it better, like either rolling gear maybe. I think Commando actually got better, some elite troops to back things up would be quite potent. There we go. Got a kill. Puma's good to go. Schwer planted quarters will like to set up here around the eastern victory point. And there you go, machine gun pushed away. We got a mine pinch Bob. We also got Piets up here for Rzuna to help deal with the Puma and other armor he might get. And the mine goes off. Nice work there by TwistedTootsy. Very nice work. Taking out half of the Sapper team. Gute Arbeit, Leute. That was some nice shooting, Franz. Yeah, I aimed for one of our mines. She did not see that one coming. In these, they're pushing up again, more mines on it for TwistedTootsy. Really excellent work there, really excellent work. 6 pound on the way there for Rzuna to probably help deal with the Puma, but probably also beginning to anticipate armor out here from TwistedTootsy. Plus, if he's playing for the Comet, he's definitely going to need more anti-tank weapons either way to, you know, cover it up and allow him to store more safely. Quick multi bomb off here, and oh! Full wipe the Sturm Pioneers. Nasty hit there by Rzuna. Nasty hit. And definitely quite a loss there for TwistedTootsy. He's going to have to replace this Sturm Pioneers. Oh, goodness gracious! Almost got another full wipe there on TwistedTootsy's Volksgrenadiers. I mean, that would have just been devastating 2 wipes. Well, in that case, it could have been 3 wipes in short succession. That would have been nasty. And there you go, 6 pound gun lands the next hit on the Puma, almost taking it out. Almost, but not quite. TwistedTootsy is taking a pummeling here from the British Army. The 11th Armour takes up the pursuit like a very nasty dog. Puma there falling back and loses the Puma. Another critical loss here for TwistedTootsy. Sturm Pioneers and a Puma plus his Volksgrenadiers have been absolutely decimated. Troops are reinforcing. Volksgrenadiers need to fall back swiftly. So this is absolutely amazing there for Rzuna. Absolutely amazing. Almost got a wipe here. Oh, goodness gracious. So close to getting an additional wipe there on TwistedTootsy. I think Rzuna though might want to consider getting up a fuel cache as a system with the fuel income here, because TwistedTootsy of course doing a great job there harassing, so basically trying to compensate, particularly if he does want to go for the Comet. He really I think needs a fuel cache now to help make up for some of the things. We got mines being laid down to make it hard for TwistedTootsy to harass. A bit late, but you know, better late than never in these situations. Machine and Gewehr setting up here. Coming under fire from the Vickers, and that probably means the Vickers going to win this engagement. In these sort of situations, if the Vickers just gets to fire first, it tends to win because the Vickers just does more damage. Particularly against the versus the MD-34, it just really does a lot more. 6 pounding gun falling back here. Troops healing and forcing. I mean, he could go for a Cromwell first. That definitely think is a better idea. Just to Cromwell up, then sort of trying to push for a comet. And no, he goes for the centaur. I mean, greater versus the infantry, but does leave him more vulnerable to armor. So I'm not necessarily a big fan of that. And either way, I do think you should go for a fuel cache. We got Royal Engineers. And flamethrowers up there to help burn out the Huns. I mean, here's a nice upgrade for the sappers for sure. And theoretically, you could go for a command vehicle, and there's also the flame mortar support. So I suppose that is an option, but personally, I think I would have preferred the commando, as I would think more utility in a lot of ways. In the west, though, striking up there, and there you go, hits the mines. Franz and Fritz lose, see, I would say certain vital bits. Ach, mein spleen! Oh, that's not necessary. I think it's your liver that's the problem. Caught laying down sandbags, very good. Sniper moving up there, 13 kills. And there you go, got the Centaur anti-aircraft tank out. Forces under fire, got the Centaur moving in. Gonna blast those Jerrys to Kingdom Come. Or not. Or not. Sniper moving up there, need to be careful though. One wrong move and he's going to be target practice. And there he goes, calling in the artillery on the machine gun nest. And if TwistedTootsy doesn't realise, it's going to be very difficult to actually note the smoke there. I mean, it's sort of just the brief outline there until it's too late. There we go. And it's too late, the machine gun I think is down. Oh, no! Lost another unit though. Fult's going to be wiped here in the west, I believe. Almost lost the machine gun. That's actually kind of lucky there for TwistedTootsy. Still, the house is gone and a machine gun nest has been cleared out. Mine on Academy for combo. Good spot there for TwistedTootsy. Less amazing for Rzuna if he rolls into it. Panzervolt arriving, and that's going to give TwistedTootsy Centaur a bit of a problem and certainly possibly punish him for it. Alright, you chaps go ahead first. There we go. Mine stuff. Did you know those are mine? Maybe. I had a suspicion. I just, you know, I didn't want to spoil the surprise. You idiot! Centaur rolling away then anyways to deal with the western assault here from TwistedTootsy. And there you go, folks, go straight into the twin posts and guns, making short work of any infantry. And we got finally doctored here from TwistedTootsy's Luftwaffe. Fallschirmjäger summed up Nego, Pantherfaust, Panther 4 combo there, meaning the Centaur ultimate is going to be doing absolutely nothing before getting taken out. Didn't even get a wipe here. So yeah, the Centaur ended up being a rather, say, poor move there by Rzuna. Got a few kills, didn't really get a wipe. Yeah, the timing for that I think was a bit poor. Had he been able to control the fuel points better, probably would have been a choice, but due to the way the TwistedTootsy was pretty great at harassing him right back, I mean, like the Centaur just felt like a weak choice. So there you go. Rzuna there punished. Will he go for a Cromwell to compensate? We'll try and play straight for the comet now. What will Rzuna do here versus TwistedTootsy? Machine gun crew down. AC strikes. Not really a good opponent there for the Panzer IV, but 6 pounder gun and sappers should help out a bit. German infantry got the Fallschirmjägers pushing ahead. Crewing the MU-34 right in front of the section, and there you go, forcing retreat. Rzuna has kept the fuel safe for the fatherland. TwistedTootsy taken for the Battle Group headquarters. Back your base, healing reinforcement here for Rzuna. And he's playing quite a bit of manpower. He definitely, I think, should consider some fuel caches. They would really help him out a bunch in the longer range, particularly versus a Noble Command West player who cannot build them. Fuel cache in that sense can be a real long-term game changer. I think a fuel cache minimum would be a really solid choice, and particularly if he's just playing that much manpower anyways, fuel caches would be absolutely great. Back here, healing reinforcement. Fallschirmjägers getting ready for the next big push for the fatherland as well with the FT-42s. Sniper landing an excellent hit here. 15 kills for Veteran T2. German infantry being absolutely torn apart. Rzuna there closely approaching 1,000 manpower. Come on, Rzuna. Cassius, Cassius. And there you go, Panzer IV mobilised once more. One kill, veterans he won, but that one kill, of course, was quite impactful since this was the Centaur. It looks like Rzuna is going to go straight for the comet. I believe, yes indeed, hammer tactics. But that really means you just go for fuel cache. At least one. I mean, there's not really much reason to be floating that much manpower anyway, so the fuel cache again would really assist him in just getting out that comet faster and again any additional comets up there. Go big push here, Fallschirmjägers and the Fallschirmjäger MG34, which he technically means he's actually got 4 or 7 Fallschirmjägers plus the MG34 there, since the Fallschirmjägers crewing of course still also have the Fallschirmjäger weapon. So that's a really nasty support weapon. Gives him everything you got. Don't leave anyone alive. Fire frei. Just tearing through them. I mean, the section really does not stand any chance there. And there you go, just forced retreat. Of course, it's also much more expensive to reinforce machine gun, but it's a machine gun that really packs a punch thanks to the Fallschirmjägers working with it. I mean, of course, an actual Fallschirmjäger unit would not have been that lavishly equipped with the FG-42s. They're basically sort of, you know, light machine guns, sort of in that level equipped. And by 1944-45, they were saying also be mostly equipped with MG-42s as well in a lot of cases, anyways. Going points here and there. Section moving up. Mills bomb here be pretty good, but suppressed already, so never mind. Needs the big push here we got, though. Panzer IV ready to resist that. Those Rzuna here is clearly not going to give up anytime soon. He is floating a ton of manpower, though. He really should be building fuel caches. I really can't emphasize enough how much he should be doing that. And got a wipe here on Rzuna. That's quite a loss. He's going to need more troops. I mean, this is also a thing where, you know, we're just commanders were done better. We could just call in the commander troops, which have been absolutely amazing here versus TwistedTootsy as well. So definitely feel like there's some things that Rzuna could be doing a bit better versus TwistedTootsy. I mean, there's definitely some things he's doing great, but strategically he's running into some issues there. Like early game he seems very strong in general, but mid game he does seem to run into trouble. Notice we got the Fulton MG34, we got the Vegas covering up here nicely. Fresh section out here for Rzuna and the 11th Armored as the 3rd Pentagon Division continues his attack. So we'll see what happens here. Back here, reinforcement healing, but again, no fuel caches for Rzuna. TwistedTootsy was just getting so much fuel because he's got most of the map. Again, that's one thing to keep in mind about Crossroads. There are more points than an average map, so if you get more of the map, you just can get a lot of places fast. And there goes, already going for a second Panzer IV, whereas Rzuna still some time off from the comet again. This is where caches would help Rzuna out a ton. It would also mean he doesn't have to defend his cut-off points so aggressively, since it requires, you know, tanks to deal with it. So I definitely think there's some improvements that Rzuna could be making. Fixing up the AC Mark III, Panzer IV roaming about here for TwistedTootsy. Sniper hanging back. Grabbing points that I can hang about. We got the 6-pounder gun ready.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Looks like he spotted the Ken, quickly pushes away. Sniper there, 17 kills. Very close to the comet, but he's still floating a lot of manpower. I mean, it only requires 500, so there's... I mean, he would easily build like 3 fuel caches if he wanted to. I mean, an aviary is an idea, but I'd really not recommend it at this stage. I'd really recommend a fuel cache. I've been saying that enough. As for TwistedTootsy, I mean, more pressure on the flanks would be great. Needs to be careful not to get caught up in any sort of pointless attrition fights here versus Rzuna. They seem to be doing quite well ignoring that. We got another section out here for Rzuna. Could also consider another machine gun. Although I think at this stage another 6-pounder gun would be a great choice versus all these Panzer IVs, to be honest. He needs more anti-tank firepower to deal with these Kraut Panzers. And the West Panzer IV striking here, and he strikes in the east as well. Completely, I think, catching Rzuna here wrong-footed. Wasn't, I think, expecting 2 Panzer IVs this fast. Another section out. AC needs to move this around somehow stall the Panzer IV. But he's going to need another anti-tank gun minimum. There we go, mobilized, but the anti-tank crew is dead. And the anti-tank sappers are not there. They're here in the west. He's going to need to probably replace his anti-tank guns, at least get another one. He's also close. He can actually call in the comet in a matter of seconds. 6-pounder gun down again. Rzuna here, definitely getting punished by TwistedTootsy. Again, floating this much manpower is generally not good, and particularly not when you have this much pop cap free. There we go, calling in the comet, calling another 6-pounder gun, but I mean he's still got 300 manpower to spare, so like, you at least let the 6-pounder gun out more sooner for Rzuna. So definitely, again, I would say sort of a mid-game misplay there. Possibly Rzuna just was unsure what he wanted to do, but it does seem to be a slightly recurring issue here with him. Either way, Comet, 6-pounder gun should have out here versus all of TwistedTootsy's Panzer Force. Mine being cleared up, mine's being laid down. Very good. Back at base, healing reinforcement here. The Fallschirm is going to be for the next pick push for the German army. Now we got the Fallschirm again, B-34 there as well. Both Panzer Force in the center, 6-pounder gun number 2 ready for the British Army, and looks like he has a rally point far over here. He needs to switch that up. Otherwise he might end up losing a unit to that. Comet out, and mine went off there. He'd spotted he was just trying to get his AZ to knock it out. Tank commander, and there you go. Shoots, misses the Panzer IV. Propagandacaster ready, need to be careful, Rzuna, need to be careful, there you go, directly from Propagandacaster on the comet. Down to less than half health, got the AC moving in. Shoots, penetrates, very nice hit there. Sappers with their Piers forced away, 6-pounder gun is far up north. Losses there being inflicted on Rzuna. And there you go, immobilized, need to get the 6-pounder gun in there. Comet hammering away from a nice safe distance. Could take out the Panzer IV, and there you go. TwistedTootsy loses veteran 2 Panzer IV. Nice strike here. TwistedTootsy punished, I think, for making a too greedy assault with insufficient support. And Rzuna there pretty much just backhand slapped TwistedTootsy, who's now calling in a Jagdpanzer to deal with this British armoured menace. So he needs to fix up the comet there pretty fast. Fallschirm machine gun there pushed away. Bren gun wielding section they're dealing with those dastardly Jerrys. He's sending in the Panzer IV here. Pretty risky considering how low health it is. Comet there, almost good to go. Though apparently looks like there's a misclick. He might have been trying to do it on the minimap or something. Either way, the second sample section is just standing about there. So maybe we should be repairing this tank? Nah, not until we get direct orders. There we go. Looks like Rzuna's now on it, fixing up the comet faster. He would definitely benefit from tank commander on it though. But he seems to not think much of it. There we go. Panful and excellent hit on the section. Need to retreat. Get the devil out of there. And that could very well be a wipe. There we go. 6-pounder gun on the way as well. Bit slow, and bolstering his sections rather late there for Rzuna. Bit late. Jagdpanzer mobilised. There we go. Kutras getting flanked here by the AZ, and he's going to go. He's going to mobilise it, or he's tried to, but the shots are missing. The shots are missing. There we go. Slowed down. Propagandacaster flanking it. Panzer going for the AC. Oh dear. Stopping up it. Oh, he needs to fall back now. He needs to fall back. He needs to use emergency war speed to get out of there. Oh dear, that was not very well. In fact, he could have used it initially to just outmaneuver the Jagdpanzer in the first place, but looks like Rzuna forgot about the ability of something else. Either way, ensuring the Jagdpanzer got away pretty freely from it. He just, quickly gone around it. He could have taken out the Jagdpanzer, and that would have been pretty bad for TwistedTootsy. Instead, it got away. Because it didn't use that ability. We got more Fallschirmjägers out here for TwistedTootsy to replace some of these infantry losses he has been suffering from. He's also got a ton of munitions actually. He could be laying down a lot more mines, but also using Valiant Assault pretty freely. Victory points wise. TwistedTootsy has caught up and is now slightly ahead here of Rzuna. And there you go, Fightmakers launching a valiant assault of their own without necessarily doctrinal support behind it. AC though is fit for the fight, closing in Retinue 3, con being fixed up.
Capture point.
Panzer 4 need repairs. International is not bothering with repair pioneers, which I found a bit intriguing.
We're losing a capture point.
Sniper is dead at some point here for Rzuna. Moving up the east side, very good. I think Rzuna would benefit from a second 6-pounder gun still.
Trying to take one of our points.
As for TwistedTootsy, you could commit to another Panzer 4, you could commit to another Yak Panzer, depending on sort of what he feels is most important here. There's also the option of considering some light infantry guns for artillery support here versus Rzuna. So there's certainly a few ideas that could be considered for both sides. Harding a Fightmaker squad here, they can flank about if necessary. And there you go, Panzer will push back section, 6-pounder gun lands a good hit, we got the con going up, but he's going to move straight into a mine here. Almost got it. Oh, direct hit here. Oh, needs to fall back. Oh, he's going to move. Oh, good lord, that is really close. I mean, he knew there was roughly a mine there last time, so yeah, we go, mine spotted now. Section have been engaged by the eastern fuel point, that's secured there for king and country. In the west, the cemetery is slowly being encroached upon by the German army as the Fightmakers now move out of their hiding, but they do suffer forward and are quickly forced away here.
Heavy armor ready to go.
Swift repairs here on the Comet.
Capture point is being overrun.
Bit of skirmishing here. Fulton's had the upper hand. I think as soon as he just retreat the section, he's got nothing to support anyways, and they're low on health.
We have 200 points now.
200 points left here for Rzuna and the 11th Armored Division. TwistedTootsy doing when he can to lock down every single big point. There you go, got the Comet setting out, got the Comet setting out. On the hunt for Huns. And there you go, popping a grenade out. Almost got the machine gun entirely wiped here. Bit of bad news for TwistedTootsy if he does. The Yak Panzer does deliver some absolutely excellent hits with its high velocity 75 and the gun lands another hit. They Comet down to less than half health there. I think Rzuna here might be playing for another Comet, though at this stage he might just want to go for a Firefly to back it up. As for TwistedTootsy, it almost seems like he's playing for a King Tiger. In fact, that might be what he's doing. I mean, he's got all 3 trucks, and he's not going for a Panther now, and he's got the pop cap, so it could very well be he's just going to play straight for a King Tiger, which would be a bit of a problem there for Rzuna,
Enemy threatening a
to put it
capture point.
very mildly. Push there, mine went off. Milk bomb here would be pretty good. To dodge it, they basically have to move out of the car, which just makes it easy for all the section. Just got the Sturm Pioneers. Not a good situation there for TwistedTootsy, but otherwise he's still. Oh, it's this Fightmakers with a Bren gun. That's sending some added firepower there for the Fightmaker. Yeah, it looks like Zuna's playing here for another Comet. Okay, never spotted.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Not the best throw, sadly. Nope, TwistedTootsy just go for a Panther. Looked like he was going for the King Tiger there for a while, but looks like TwistedTootsy decided against it. Just figured he wants the Panther out now, which of course adds some more pressure. Faster. Fulton there pushed back. Looks like he's going to go for an attack, but without infantry I think it's going to have some issues, though at the same time there's not a lot of anti-tank nearby, so it might work out better for oh, what's this? Rzuna doesn't go for the second Comet. He ends up with the Aviary after all. I mean, well handled, it can be a problem. Less well handled, it's not going to be too much of a problem for TwistedTootsy. But it can be quite devastating under the right circumstances. There you go, AC rushing straight into the Yak Panzer. And main gunning out, so he was probably trying to flank it, but he should have used emergency wall speed. It really seems like he forgets that ability exists, which is a bit interesting to note. Shot bound, 6 pound gun on the lens. Oh, misses! And there you go, Panther flank from the south, getting good hit in the Comet. Mine hit there on the Panther 4, needs the emergency war speed now. Get out of there, Rzuna, get out of there! I mean, for someone who insists on using Comets, you'd figure he'd sort of be a bit better acquainted here with emergency war speed for their reasons. It seems like he isn't. Almost got the Yak Panzer, but did not. Shoots the AVE, misses, Sapper's wiped. At least the Comet made it out of there alive with 4 kills and veterancy 2. That was definitely not a smooth engagement there for Rzuna. Really, I think, failed just to utilise a lot of his abilities very well. Usually in this case I think just pop vehicle crew repairs just to speed up repairs, so all these get the saps to work on them as well. But right now, I mean, TwistedTootsy I think got the potential to break through Rzuna's lines simply because, you know, he's pulled away most of his armour, and well, I mean, TwistedTootsy's armour's a bit damaged, but he's still got a lot of infantry to push through with. There we go, though we do finally get some repair pioneers up there for TwistedTootsy. You see they're being fixed up pretty swiftly. Aviary is good to go again, should probably just push it out to be honest. Put some pressure on the Germans before it's too late. Oh, there we go, reinforcing the Sturm pioneers, they're good. Though he needs to re-execute it because otherwise that guy's just going to stand about. So, do you need me for anything? Halfway to veteran fee on those Fallschirmjägers, they're good, they're good. Aviator rolling out, straight to the Fallschirmjägers. And the Panzer IV strikes. There you go. Looks like he's setting up there for the AV, but decides against it. Good strike could probably be here though, to be honest. Interesting to note, despite having a lot of munitions, he's not using the vehicle crew repairs abilities to speed up those repairs. Definitely seems like Rzuna is not too great when it comes to using certain abilities. There we go, almost got a full wipe there, but lost a sapper section in the process. The Union in the west lost the Panzer IV. Rzuna is struggling here, though he's still got a sizable amount of armor, but the infantry complement is being bled dry. Rzuna doing what he can to replace losses. Panzer being repulsive with the 6-pound gun AC moving in. Comet needs to get moving as well here. And there you go, 6-pound crew dead. There you go, lots of damage to the Panther 4 and immobilized. Can he take it out? Can he take it out? We got air support called in here by his TwistedTootsy by tons of munitions. Aviary taking hits, we got the Comet moving up. There you go, Panther on the flank, very good hit, very good hit. Panther should be able to escape here. Rolling in with the Comet, he might try and go for the Panther 4, but he's still not using emergency war speed. And he's setting off in front of everything. There you go, gets the Panther 4, but the Comet is almost down. Yak Panther shot bounces, and there you go, Panther takes it out alongside the Luftwaffe. With this, I would say Rzuna is pretty much there in the water, and there you go, Rzuna surrenders, a loss for the 11th Armoured. As the 3rd Panzergun Division successfully repulses the Tommies. In last engagement here, Rzuna we were all having a strong early game versus TwistedTootsy. TwistedTootsy fought back, he was really good at harassing and denying fuel. And then combined with Rzuna, same mistake there again around the mid game, just playing too much manpower, not building fuel cache at the very least, and just some other issues long term, like for example not using emergency war speed. There was definitely some issues there for Rzuna, which will allow TwistedTootsy just slowly build ahead and sort of that way tear his opponent apart. Factoring, I think TwistedTootsy also just had a better control of the map, and that way he was just good at flanking and out maneuvering and again focusing on the fuel. I mean, he just slowly but surely just TwistedTootsy getting the upper hand, despite, say, a rougher start there as his early push got punished by Rzuna. So well played there by TwistedTootsy. Also nicely played by Rzuna, but he needs to work in his mid game a lot, and I still also think he needs to work in his doctrinal choice as well. I mean, he didn't really do much with this one either, and I think Commander Doctrine could also be an excellent alternative, in fact. Could also allow him to use some of that manpower. So, some room for improvement there, and I also think the center was honestly a bit of a mistake. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Also, a big thanks to Martin for pledging on Patreon and supporting the Propagandacast. allowing me to do what I do on a daily basis. If you want to, you can also do so. There's a link in the video description. You can either donate via PayPal or pledge on Patreon. Either helps me out a ton. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another sounding episode. Bye.